Hey y'all, welcome back to another edition of Old School versus New School. What's going on, Alex?
Uh, what's going on, E? What's good?
I don't know where to start.
You don't know where to start,
Every
huh?
time we come on Mondays and we ask each other how are we going, it really don't be feeling like Monday.
What does it feel like?
It be feeling like it's the middle of the week or something because you know how I be working.
Yeah, you work a lot, and then the weekend sometimes you cut loose, like your birthday weekend. You
See,
cut
you
loose,
now you're going
you
too
know.
far.
Then you come you come in on Monday, toe up from the flow up. You know what I
See,
mean?
you can't never ask Alex a question because he be done told all your business. So
All the business.
moving on. How's your Monday?
My Mondays were good, man. My weekend was good. Getting ready for the holidays, family coming in town. It was a wonderful thing. And you know what happened this weekend? I had bought one of those. Remember the old arcade games, actual arcade games, the Pac-Man. You know, I bought one of those from Best Buy. You know,
Mm.
very nostalgic, great
You mean like
thing.
you bought the big old
Yeah,
machine?
yep. Like you put the coins in and stuff. Of course, this one has no coins because I bought it, right? But it has the decor, it has the decor and the ambiance of the original machine. And I'm
Mm.
sitting there playing Pac-Man all day, and it just brought back so many memories, Nicole. It really did. And my little jerk move I used to do with the joystick to trick the ghosts and stuff. And my granddaughter looking at me, she like, Papa, why you jerk the stick like that? I'm like, it's a trick. You confuse the ghost or whatever, right? So I told her that. She go and play the game after me. You know what she doing? Jerking the stick, trying to trick the ghost. So there's so many ways to teach these kids things. They watch us, but
Yeah. I
but
bet
it's
she
it's
didn't know what that machine was though. Hey Miss Sherry, what's going on? Hey
yeah.
Rico. Yeah, it feel like a Friday or something, child.
Yeah. See, every day, that's the thing, man. Every day gotta feel like Friday. Y'all gotta
That's
get
what
off
I
that.
always say
Yeah,
because I
y'all
be
gotta get
messing
off
with my
that.
quadruplet because she always texts me like, happy whatever day it is. And I be like, girl, because you know I don't wake up in the morning, Alex.
Right.
So when
No.
she hit me with the happy Friday, I'm like, girl, good night.
Y'all
But I do tell her that every day is my Friday. So
do,
Rico, I definitely agree with that.
do y'all know why Nicole don't wake up in the morning? Because she just went to bed at 10 o'clock in the morning.
That's a fact. I don't
Just went to
know. I feel like I get my best ideas at night when it's just quiet and peaceful. Cause my mind always working, so I always get ideas all day, every day. But
right.
like the diabolical mastermind
Mhm.
$1 million deals be coming through at nighttime.
You ain't never lied, because that's how I get mine. I've been doing that my entire life. Sometimes I would doze off and wake up with it, jump up and start writing.
Yep.
Jump up and start writing and stuff like that, because that's how they come. And you got
Yeah.
to grab them when they're there. You can't let them go away, because they'll go away. You'll forget.
And I'm gonna tell you
So
one thing about that because of course since I really do need to do better with my sleeping habits. Being so, like laser focused. Um, but you right about those dreams. So
yeah.
I be done dozed off and took a nap. And they give me a whole nother 12 hours of ideas.
Right. That's right. And we've spoken the sleeping habits, because an unrested mind, is not a creative mind or productive mind. A lot of times when your body get tired and just decide, fuck it, I ain't doing nothing. You have no control over that when you get too exhausted. So you
I feel
have
like
to.
I got a high tolerance though, because I never really, well, I can't say that either.
But we relate a lot because we're both very creative people,
Yeah.
and that's why the show is about tonight, creativity, and how I created my superheroes and my
Way
artwork
to
and my
just steal
stories.
my segue,
You know,
sir.
Yeah. I'm a thief. I've been stealing my whole life. Stealing,
Damn.
lying, stealing, lying. That's
I
what I
can't
do.
even I can't even welcome him to the stage, y'all.
You
Damn.
can go ahead and still do it. I'll be quiet for a second, even though it's difficult for me.
Well, I just was gonna simply say, you guys know that I talk about um Sunkiss, report to my inbox. That's what you do. Talking
and,
about
and,
thief,
and mine
report to
too.
the inbox.
And mine
Yeah,
too.
I'm shouting you out today. But I just wanted to, I wanted to highlight this because it's very, very important. A lot of people talk a good game, but they don't really walk a good game. And y'all know over here, I really push support. I really push, we have to help each other, you know. And so during these times when I have shows with people, I like to showcase them too, because it's not just them on my show. Like, no, we are doing something together. This is our show. This is what we're doing together. So I like to showcase the people that I work with as much as they like to showcase me. So tonight is real support. Every episode we let y'all know that Alex's Etsy store is in the description of every episode. So today we're going to kind of dig into his brain about how he came up with the superhero, why he wanted to do it, and all those type of things. So I'm excited because, you told me about it, Alex, but I've never really asked you too many questions. So I'm about to get into it today.
Yeah, get into it. I'm ready
Hey,
for it.
Mac. Speaking
All
of
right.
support, make sure you guys are subscribed to Sunkiss. Make sure y'all are subscribed to Rico the Brat. And make sure y'all are subscribed to Mac, y'all.
Yeah, Mactastic TV. That's the dude right there. Make sure you subscribe. Mactastic TV.
Speaking of, before we get into it, Alex, give me just one more second. If y'all could, just type in Mactastic TV. Mac, drop your link in the chat right now for me, please. Because right after we leave here tonight, we're going to go over there to Mac, and he has actually interviewed Alex in his cigar chats with Mac. So this is going to be a great show. So after we leave from over here, we're going to head over there and support them over there.
Absolutely. Great interview, too.
Hey, numb to it. So, hold on, let me see what Sunkiss talking about. What she say? Oh, okay. I thought she was about to let me have it, child. But no, it's not nothing bad, Sunkiss. Just report to the inbox, child. I think he just dropped the link, Rico.
Yeah.
So let's show these people what exactly your comic looks like, and then we're gonna start from there. Hold on, give me 1 second.
Okay.
The bar is
Yeah.
not popping up. What the fuck?
Yeah. TheeEnicole has some images there, and there's several of them to kind of show you guys what's been going on for those who haven't seen them. And these things, of course, everything is updated for modern. Yeah, there it is. That's one of them.
So
Yeah.
so first of all, you guys, if you guys have seen the link, his comic is called Ways of the World. Mm-hmm. And what does that title mean to you? Like, why did you name it that first and foremost?
Well, the Ways of the World is the name of the Etsy store.
Oh, I thought that was the name of the comic. Okay, my bad. See, we got to ask these questions.
The name of the comic book is The Mythical Outlander.
Okay.
And this is actually not the cover. There's another drawing that's the actual cover. This is just one of the posters we made for the character. But I came up with Ways of the World because in my store is superhero themed. It's a superhero themed store. Because I think when you have businesses, you have to have a certain theme for the business. That's what I believe. And since I have a superhero theme, there are all kinds of superheroes. There's superheroes for deep down in the sea. There's superheroes for outer space. There's superheroes for the forest. There's superheroes for all kinds of areas and arenas of our world, and that's why I wanted to call it Ways of the World. because it's universal. It's not just one thing or one segment of something. It's actually worldly. So that's why I named that Ways of the World, because it's something there for everybody. It's something there for everybody.
Okay. So I put this picture up first because you told me, now you correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the main character, right?
Yes, that's the main
So
character.
who is Outlander? Where did the look come from? What does she do? Where she come from? What's her superpowers? Like, let's get into it.
Okay. All right. Outlander, I've been doing these sketches and characters since I've been, in my low teens. Even before that, I started designing characters and things like that. So these things been around a long time because I'm in my mid 50s now. So, but when I was much, much younger, there was a model in New York, very popular model, and she got attacked by a rival and had her face, cut.
Hey, amazingly beautiful.
She had her face cut up. And although she went and had surgeries and the kind of New York City rallied around her to make a comeback, whatever, and they tried, but she never could actually come back from that attack. And I always thought, I was like, well, what if some kind of experimental surgery could be done or something, miraculous could be done in some lab to kind of remove those scars or whatever and have her come back. And it kind of put me in the mind of creating this character. And this character is a supermodel. And all my characters are black, by the way. The young lady who was cut, she was a white young lady. All my characters are black. So my character is a supermodel. And she's at the height of her game. She's making the money. Everybody knows her. She's number one in her profession, jet setting, the whole famous thing, right? And she gets attacked by a rival and gets her face cut up brutally, right? So
Oh,
obviously
wow.
now, she cannot be a supermodel anymore, but she's desperate to get back. And she finds out about this scientist who has an experimental surgery, but it entails putting on this kind of mask
Mm-hmm.
of unknown origin, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she's desperate. She want to get back in the game because she's very vain. Okay, so she want to get back in the game. So she tries this thing. Obviously, things go awry. Okay, the mask gets embedded on her face. She can't get it off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the lab blows the fuck up. The scientist disappears. Everything like that. And now she's stuck with this mask and she can't get it off. So as she's going through her days trying to figure out how to get this mask off, she's absorbing these powers that's emanating from the mask that she don't understand. And
Oh, wow.
is also creating this suit that she's wearing. So she don't
Mm-hmm.
understand what's going on. So there's a whole backstory and origin behind it.
Mm-hmm.
But the mask is actually the origin of the mask is something mythical
Mm-hmm.
that's been around since BC. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been passed down from warrior to warrior for specific purposes. And for this specific purpose in this time, she's the chosen warrior. The
Mm-hmm.
problem is she don't want the responsibility. She's vain. She wants to be a model.
Right.
But God changed her calling. Okay. She has a new calling and she's struggling with the new calling. So
Mm-hmm.
she's not behaving in a way that a superhero will behave. She wants vengeance. She wants blood. She wants to destroy things with the new power. And
Mm-hmm.
so she has to be dealt with. But that's her backstory.
Oh, wow. I definitely wasn't prepared for it to be that deep, but I think that's dope. Like,
Yeah.
very, very creative. Sunkiss said, is the book going to be on Etsy as well?
Absolutely. The book is on Etsy right now. It's available for digital download. So anybody go to the Etsy store, they can get the comic book on digital download for $12.95. It's not going to break the bank. It'll give you a lot of insight about the character. And it's a collector's item because it's the first issue. So nothing had to be mailed to you. You ain't got to wait for the mail. Go to Etsy store, pay the $12.95, and it'll be a digital download.
I think that's so dope. Like, hey Ben, um, I think that that's so dope because, we talk about the power of imagery and everything like that. So I just want to take a moment so you can tell the people, because I know that that's very important to you, being that you are, the author of these comics, but you also work in film also.
Mm.
And we talk about how our kids should be able to see heroes that look like them. So I really like the fact that you said everybody in the comic is black. Like, it's
Mhm.
not that one token black person, you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So tell the people a little bit about why you chose to go that route and why it's important to you.
Yeah, the main characters are black. Obviously, in the comic book, you'll see other ethnic groups, but the main character, the powerful characters, are black. Okay, because I'm black and I want to see images that reflect me or reflect us. Okay, just to segue for a second, this new picture you put up, TheeEnicole, that's the Cataclysm War Age, and that's the Outlander she's in the BC stage. Remember, I told you that this goes back way before Christ and
Yeah,
all
so
this
that's
stuff.
what I was gonna ask you about, that because her costume changes in color.
Yeah, yeah, because
Okay.
that's a very early costume. There's a whole history behind this mask and this warrior, this kind of ancient mythical warrior, you know.
Hmm.
So, but this
So
picture
what's
here,
the difference between that one and this one?
this one is more armor, more metal. The
Okay.
updated one is more metals, more armor, it's more modernized
Okay.
now. And we'll get into this one later after I explain
Okay, let's
why
go back to
why
over here. Okay.
why
Okay.
why I wanted the black
All
characters.
right, let's go.
When I was a kid, obviously, my heroes were black people. You know, Muhammad Ali was number one to me. Everything was Muhammad Ali for me. But there was also, Malcolm X, there was Dick Gregory, there was Dr. King, there was Jack Johnson. It just went on and on and on with the different heroes. There was Angela Davis, Sojourner Truth. So I'm like, my heroes look like me. But because I was a comic book cartoon guy, I didn't see us reflected. And I'm like, that's a problem for me, you know? So Marvel, Stan Lee and Marvel, to their credit, and late great Jack Kirby, and Stan Lee is also gone now. They created the Black Panther, okay, years ago. Okay. And I'm like, oh, a black hero. So I gravitated to the Black Panther. Then they created Falcon, who was also black, and then Luke Cage, who was also black, and Black Lightning. So they started bringing up black characters, but of course, for me, it just wasn't enough. So I started creating my own heroes, making them black to reflect my heroes as we lived. Because being black in America, you better be a superhero because you want to go through some shit. Okay,
Hold on
so.
one second, Alex. Hey,
Mhm.
Pisces Vibes. Thank you so much for becoming a member. One of my faves. I appreciate you.
See, that's the kind of support we be talking about. That's what we need
Yes.
right there. Thank you, Pisces Vibes, for that, for supporting TheeEnicole, because she deserve it.
Yeah, that's my girl right there. Even though
Yeah.
I'm a Scorpio. No, I'm just playing. Pisces Vibes is my girl, for real. So I
Yeah.
appreciate you coming through, Pisces Vibes. Oh, and while we're talking about it for 1 second, Alex, just one more second.
Hmm.
We got a lot of content coming for new members only. So get those memberships, because the things that are going over there will not even see the light of day on this
Mm.
side. Okay. So make sure that y'all are membered up, because we about to have some fun, y'all.
Right. That's right. Hmm. It's fun out here. It's support. That's what TheeEnicole is about. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And that's what I'm about. So
for sure.
it's all gonna be
Speaking
all
of,
good.
keep
Yeah.
going, Alex, because I
Yeah.
think, like, okay, hold on, because I'm getting ahead of myself. I think that this is so dope because, we talk all the time, we homies,
Yep.
rather family at this point.
Yep.
Um, and, you know, I'm not really the superhero type of girl. Like, I'm just not that girl. But being that it's you, I'm going to always support. So, we hear the typical superhero stories, but I think that your story is not only, we know it's based in mythical, but it's relatable though.
Hmm. Right. It has to be real as possible, because What I'm trying to teach is, because this character is rebelling against the power. You know, when the creator changes your calling, you can't question that. He changed your calling for a reason. And what he's trying to get her to understand is, with great power comes great responsibility. And that goes with anything you do. Okay.
Right.
You become wealthy, you become a parent, you start to run a business, and you overseeing many people. With that kind of power, you have a lot of responsibility. And you have to nurture it as such. You can't just rebel against that, you know.
Yeah.
And so because she's doing that, okay, another solar cosmic superhero was sent here to put her in her place. And that's the picture that you just showed recently. She's called the Shining Star.
You want me to bring that one back up?
Yeah, you can bring it back up for a moment. And that's the Shining Star. And you see that right now the mythical outlander seems defeated, because she was sent here by the ancient gods to kind of check her and put her in her place about, listen, you have these powers for a reason. Okay. Don't be running around here worried about going back into modeling. That's over with. We got something else we need for you to do for this planet, for this universe. We got some work for you to do. So she was sent here to kind of check her in that regard.
Now, is she white?
No, her hair is white. Those are white dreadlocks. You can't see.
Look. Well, her face look a little light skinned. I was just making sure.
If she's light skinned black, she's your complexion. Actually,
I was just asking, Alex. I was just asking. She looked a little on the pale side.
That's, first of all, the light from her powers are glowing and shining and making her face.
Okay.
That's how
I got to ask the questions.
No, I feel you. That's why I'm explaining it.
Oh, wow. Sunkiss is being really shady.
What she said? Oh, sound like someone I know. Regarding what, Sunkiss?
I see what we're doing today, Sunkiss.
Oh, my goodness. But you know, TheeEnicole, the heroes, I want to just get back to that for a second, because Marvel did take a step in the right direction.
Okay.
And DC kind of followed suit with Marvel in that kind of direction to bring about some black superheroes, some Indian superheroes, and things like that. But of course, their focus, the greater heroes are the white ones, you know, Spider-Man, you know, Superman, the Hulk, you know, Captain America. These are all, you know, white guys.
Yeah, I will be honest and say that for a long time, before even Black Panther came out, I didn't think they had any black people in the comics.
Yeah, because we didn't see them a lot, but they had several. They had a few, I should say, not several, but they had a few. And Marvel kind of, you know, led that charge. But I'm always like this. It's up to us to control our images. It's up to us to control our writing. Nobody knows about, you know, being black more than we do, the stuff that we go through, things like that. We got to write our own stories. And the images are important, because when I was a kid, I swore I was Spider-Man, right? And you wouldn't know Spider-Man was black or white because his whole body is covered in a costume, mask and everything, right? So you couldn't tell me I wasn't Spider-Man. Now, as a kid, I played Spider-Man in the shower. I was always Spider-Man, swinging around the house, jumping off the tables and the beds, thinking I'm swinging from webs. So it was very powerful thing, okay, to see yourself, you know, in those heroes. But then when he would pull his mask off, he'd be a white guy named Peter Parker.
I was just gonna ask you, in that age, can you recall when you found out like their human side and seeing that image? Like, do you remember how you felt?
I didn't feel much about it because I wasn't real. I wasn't what you would call, I guess, a rebel so much then. I wasn't really into black and white issues. I was a young boy, and I just cared about the superhero, you know. So when he pulled his mask off, he was Peter Parker, photographer for a newspaper, so forth. And he went through challenges. You know, his uncle was killed, and he didn't want the responsibility of being Spider-Man until his uncle got killed. Then he had to take it more serious. So again, with great power comes great responsibility. You know, same reason I always loved Batman. You know, Batman is not really a superhero. He's just somebody who got fed up with society and decided to do something with it, with his money, because he's a very wealthy man, but he don't have any superpowers. So he got the money to
Batman don't.
Batman don't. But Batman has the
He
money.
can fly. He can't fly.
No, Batman can't fly. Batman creates things with his money that he can use to fight crime.
Oh,
You know, when matter of fact, in one of the movies with the Justice League, when they all got together, you know, Batman and Superman, and they all got together, the Flash asked, you know, Bruce Wayne, who is Batman, he asked him, so what's your superpower? And Bruce Wayne said, I'm rich. You know what I mean? That's the superpower. Because all the toys that he used, the things that he do to fight, he created all that because he has the money to do that. So, but that's why I always love Batman, because he's an ordinary, average guy who got tired of the BS. You know?
Mike said Spider-Man was his favorite too.
Yeah. Spider-Man was. I love Spider-Man.
Well, now finding out that Batman couldn't fly, I see why. Because at least y'all was going building to building. Because I think that was my little brother's favorite too.
Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
Because you know, y'all like jumping off couches and stuff.
Right, exactly. But I love Batman because of the cape, and I love Batman because he symbolized the bat. He wanted to strike fear, the darkness of the bat, the Dark Knight. He wanted to strike fear in criminals and people that wasn't doing right out here, you know, and that's what he was doing. And what pushed Batman to become who he was that his parents were killed leaving the theater one night when he was a little boy. So
see, I would have never knew all these backstories.
Yeah. I mean, it gets deep. You got to make them into real stories so people can relate to what's going on, and the characters get more real to them.
I think what turned me off in the beginnings, because I really kind of felt like, well, I guess what I was exposed to, looked like the only girl that was really there was Catwoman. I'm like, where's all the women at?
Mm-hmm. Right. They came. You had Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman been around a long time.
But you know, that was before me.
Wait, that's why I'm here. So you can understand the history.
Yeah, and I said, I don't have time for this.
There was one there was Wonder Woman, there was Batgirl, okay, and this was back in the
60s.
Batgirl, okay, she became one of Batman's sidekicks, okay, you know,
so so was she before or after the Joker?
During that same time, the same time, she came after the Joker though. She came after the Joker. She came after the Joker, and then you know, there was the X-Men were created years ago. So there was always Storm, the character Storm from the X-Men. She's a black woman.
Ben said we had Jane. Who was Jane?
Mary Jane. I think if you talking about Mary Jane, that was Peter Parker's girlfriend, Spider-Man's girlfriend.
Parker.
Yeah, Peter Parker was.
You wasn't no superhero though.
Peter Parker has superpowers.
But he said Jane. I said, where was the superpower girls?
Right. So I'm trying to see who's
the black ones.
Yeah.
Y'all know I was Black Power when I came out first day one.
now you reaching, because there were no black women really here. We barely had black men. So
that's what I'm saying. That's why I was like, no.
You know what started kind of bothering me though back in those days? In the 1970s, it was a big deal to wake up on Saturday mornings with your bowl of cereal.
Exactly. Now I was around for that.
Right. So that was a big thing when I was growing up in the 70s, and they had a show called the Shazam ISIS Hour. And ISIS is an Egyptian character with great powers, right? So she's from Egypt. She has these great powers, and it's a white woman playing the part.
Wait a minute.
And I'm like, okay, I got a problem. Even as a kid, I'm like, I love the show, but they should have had a black woman playing that part.
That's why they canceled it. How long did they play that?
It was on a few seasons.
I never heard of it.
But they needed, if you look up, you can Google it, ISIS TV show from the 1970s, and you'll see her and Shazam. And Shazam, in other words, his other name is Captain Marvel.
The only Shazam I know is Shaq.
Oh yeah, from the movie Shazam.
Hey Vibe with Big Heavy. Y'all make sure y'all are subscribed to Vibe with Big Heavy, okay? Because he pushing them videos out. So make sure y'all subscribe to my guy Big Heavy.
Yeah, absolutely. And we all know Shaq is a big kid, so Shaq loves superheroes and rapping and all that kind of stuff. So he's a rich kid. She's a rich kid, you
And
know.
why they try to act like Kazam never was a thing with Sinbad? I remember that movie.
Remember that with Sinbad? Mm-hmm.
I,
Absolutely.
I
So
digress, though. Back to
yeah.
you, Alex.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Hey, Max Boogie. Make sure
Mm,
y'all subscribe to my girl Max.
yeah. But I wanna make it a point because people on, my heroes were all black powerful people going through the civil rights movement.
Mm-hmm.
Things like that. Most of them, are gone now. Minister Louis Farrakhan, he's still here. He's one of my heroes, obviously. But there are a lot of people right now that's doing good work. Of course, you got a lot of flunkies out there. We won't get into that. That's another show.
Oh, well.
But I always looked at our yeah, that's another show. I always looked at our most powerful as superheroes to me and to
Mm-hmm.
us because
I
we
think
deal with
that's
so
dope that
much.
you even said that because a lot of people that you named, even though they all don't stand for the same thing, it's certain things you can get out of them because I know I like listening to Louis Farrakhan and a lot of people like, how you gonna be listening to him? Your daddy a preacher, your granddaddy this. But if you speaking facts, you speaking facts.
Mm-hmm.
What you do at home after you speak the facts ain't none of my business.
Right. Right.
So,
And that man is about nothing but the truth. So
mm-hmm,
if you're speaking the truth and you calling people out on their mess, that's what they hate. You and I speak about that
exactly.
all the time. People love the truth, but when it's their truth, they can't deal with it. You know. And so yeah, he speaks that. But those were my heroes. And I said, you know what? I'm going to go into the fantasy realm, create some heroes that look like us,
Mm-hmm,
and try to push them to the forefront. And
mm-hmm.
and that's the drive that I have going right now. So again, if you guys go to my Etsy store and I have a digital download of my first comic book of this character here that you see on the screen, you'll get more insight into this character, and there'll be more issues to come.
Hey YNFL. What's going on? Make sure y'all subscribe to him as well.
Mm. But I'm surprised you don't know more about these kind of superheroes and the backstories behind these characters. You know.
Listen, I told you, I did not see no black women. I did
Mm.
not see no black men. Okay, because this was gonna bring me the black
Mm-hmm.
men, and I didn't see that, so I
Mm.
was gone.
Do you have the image of the comic book cover? I think I sent it to you. I'm not sure if you have it or not because you get a lot of stuff in your email all the time.
The reason why I don't understand why everything I loaded in here, Alex, is not
Mm.
here.
Yeah, but this image here is not the comic book cover.
No, no,
But
no, no,
you,
no.
yeah,
Mm-mm.
but when you go
I
into my
got
Etsy
this
store,
one, and I got the
yeah,
other one,
yeah, that's the BC. That's the one.
and
Um,
this one.
that one. Yeah, I want to get more into this a little deeper because this is powerful because you see the Outlander, the mythical Outlander, as a very very powerful, you know, superhero with weapons. You see that big axe? She
Mm-hmm.
got a ball and chain. She got all these different kind of weapons that she uses, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she seems
Hold on, wait. Alex
Mhm.
said, Max said that show you was talking about ain't never aired in Chicago.
Oh, it never aired in Chicago. Well, I got a few years on Max, so it may have been off the air by the time he was watching
Canceled,
TV.
okay? Because
Yeah, it might have
what?
been canceled by the time he was watching TV.
That
So
lady, they put her there. She would have been sunburnt the first time she tried to go save somebody.
yeah, and I never forget her catchphrase in the show was "Oh mighty Isis," and she would look up and the winds would start blowing and different things would start, and she had a medallion on that would start to glow and emanate. So it was a beautiful thing. It just needed to be a black woman. You know, so
They
but
said, get this off our screen.
yeah.
Was the TVs black and white then?
A lot of black and white was still in,
See,
but
that's even worse. So she was just gray.
yeah, but color TV had came in at this point, so
Oh,
I'm
okay.
not I'm not that old. Not that old, but we still had the rabbit ears because there was no cable television, so you had antennas on them TVs, and you get a lot of static and snow and stuff like that in your screen. So that was a pain in the ass. But this character here is called the Shining Star, right? And as you can see, she kind of has the Outlander on her back. Okay, and these are two very powerful women. And that's the other thing, Nicole, just a quick segue.
Mm-hmm.
We talk a lot on our shows about, the shortcomings of women and lack of accountability and so forth, and things that women do, the trickery and not going to the Cheesecake Factory and all this kind of stuff, right? We get on women kind of hard sometimes. But
Mm-hmm.
I really uphold, I celebrate women. These are two powerful women. Why didn't I create men? Okay? Because when I pattern these women, I'm thinking about my grandmother, my mother, my aunts, the women that raised me. I was raised by women. So I have nothing but pure reverence for women. And that's why I'm so hard on women today, and it's probably unfair. And I said that to Mac, and you guys are going to see that in our interview after this.
Mm-hmm.
I said, I'm holding today's women to the standard of my grandmother, my mom, my aunts. And it's probably unfair to them, but that's what I'm used to. I'm used to holding women at reverence. So
I don't think it's unfair. I don't think it's unfair. I just want to pause you real quick because I don't think it's unfair because on the flip side, I would definitely say, even though I was I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. I was a rebellious, hard-headed, bad attitude having little girl, right? But me and my dad have, I understand my dad and appreciate my dad now. So I definitely hold men to the standard of my dad, my granddad, and my grandpa. So I don't feel like you wrong for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's the problem now. I feel like a lot of these females and a lot of men, they're not held to certain standards. So they let a lot of bullshit fly and they really think that's it, and it's not.
Yeah, the reason why I say that, because women like you and there's other women that speak, and call women out about their mess. Other women are doing that, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But they get such backlash, such heat, such hatred from other women because it's like they don't want to be called out. So they come at y'all hard because women know women, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So when y'all start calling them out, they get upset. How could she say such a thing? Blah, 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 blah. I only do. See, men have done this. They always change it to men. They don't take the responsibility of their behavior, and that's why when I create characters and I hold women in such reverence, I'm not really thinking about today's woman. I'm not saying there's not some great women out there today, because there are, but I'm thinking about the old schoolers,
Right.
the women that raised me, that I seen coming from working 2 jobs, tired, feet swollen, still making dinner, still keeping
Like
the house
real
clean.
dinner though, not
Real
beans and
dinner.
weenies.
Real dinner.
Hey, sister.
Okay. Making sure they divvied out those chores. When I get in, that house better be clean. When I get in, y'all better have done that homework, that kind of thing, dulling out responsibilities. This, those were my heroes. They just were,
I want to say one thing a little off topic though. Because it's funny that you just say that, but remember, I just shared a video with you, or either you shared it with me. I don't remember because we swapped videos all day, all night. Where we were talking about what you just said, which is the mothers, the fathers, they had some type of fear when it comes to the kids. The kids had some type of fear of the parent. Like, I know I better not smack my lips too hard, or I better not breathe too hard, or what? No talking back. You weren't even about to think about that. You know what I'm saying? And one of us, I don't remember who, but it was a video of a girl. She was 22. She said that she was a ballet teacher to 5-year-olds, and they cussing her out, not listening, and she broke down and was crying. And it's basically because of what you just said, which is men don't hold men accountable and women don't hold women accountable. So it's like, on one hand, like, you feel like you grown, you big and bad, and you can do whatever, but then on the other breath, you're complaining. Which one is it gonna be?
Right.
Are you gonna hold yourself accountable and other people too? Or are you just gonna complain because the world's so fucked up? Like, you can't have both.
Right. Yeah. And I think I sent you that video because my heart went out to her, and she said she can't even teach these kids because they're so disrespectful and so rebellious.
And she was only 22.
Yeah, you can't tell me what to do. You're not my mother, but I'm your teacher. I'm a person of authority. They're not being taught to respect authority.
What was the most saddest part of that clip of her was that she said when she spoke to the parent about not being able to correct the child the parent then said, well, I mean, if she don't want to do it, she just don't want to do it. Like, what? At 5 years old, your kids running you?
Right. Because parents want to be their child's friend. It's okay to be your child's friend to some degree, but you also have to be that authoritarian figure. You got to be that figure. I see parents as their kids get older, they want to start drinking with their parents or smoking weed with their parents.
Oh, yeah,
no, we're not doing that. You're going to always hold me in a certain reverence. My dad may have done some stuff, but he don't do it with me. So this will we lose respect at. And then you have this social media generation where mothers are always trying to compete with their daughters. They both on online twerking. The mother and the daughter twerking. They competing. Who got the best wig? Who so I have a lot of issues with women today. I know we can do better. We've been better. But I turn mine into creative energy, and thus these heroes.
Yeah.
So, but to get back to the shining star, the one you see when you see highlighted in this cover here, she was sent here by the ancient gods of the cosmos. And why do I say ancient gods? Because in the Bible it says we created man in our image, right? Which and who's our? Everybody says there's one God, but he says we created man in our image.
That's because they don't read. Because he also said, "Don't serve any other gods before me," which means there's other ones. But go ahead.
There's other ones. So my thing is like, okay, well, there must be a committee of gods, a committee who meet and get together, and in my mind, okay, meet and get together and decide what's right for the universe. You know what I mean? And what people should
I agree with that. I like that.
And could be doing and shouldn't be doing, right? So, and in this respect, since they gave her these powers and made sure that she came across this mask and she's not behaving, they sent another powerful superhero down here to put her in her place. So this committee of gods was overseeing this situation and going, listen, Shining Star, you got to go down there and check her. So Shining Star actually came from the cosmos. She came from outer space. She's not even human. But Outlander is human, who's given this responsibility, which kind of shows you the frailty of human beings. We still want what we want. We don't want to really deal with power, responsibly. Think about these politicians and stuff today. Nobody's dealing with power responsibly. They're just a bunch of little kids. They want to build a state. They want to build a government for their trips, for their food, for their clothes, and nobody's taking care of business. And then they retire and leave office with a full ride. And the damn world is a wreck under their leadership. A wreck.
Other than the ones that's sitting there that really should be in somebody's retirement home.
Right. Where are you directing that, TheeEnicole?
I'm saying these government officials that we see on TV can't even stay woke, sitting in them chairs, and they probably soiled their diaper and ain't nobody changed them. How is you making laws and deciding what we doing and you can't even take yourself to the bathroom?
They sitting there, they're about to turn to dust, E.
Exactly.
And they don't want to leave this office for nothing. You know what I mean? They have
it should be a requirement. Like, how long should you be able to hold the office if you're not competent?
They having strokes at the podium.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So it's like it's time to give it up. It's like when you see a 90-year-old person driving on an expressway in the fast lane doing 30. It's like, yo, you got to give it up. You got to get out of this lane. Right. You know what I mean? But they're like, I'm still independent. I'm 90 years old, but I can still do it. But you're in the fast lane doing 30. You know what I mean? Your reflexes aren't the same. You're afraid to go fast. It's like, why is it the closer we get to the creator, the more scared we get? You know what I mean? He's like, because when we're young, we doing 80 and 90 in our sports cars. We speed. We don't care. We popping wheelies on motorcycles. All this.
Well, when you old, you don't even got the strength to push your thigh down to go that fast. That's why.
Nothing. It just seems like to me as we get closer to meeting with the creator, we get a little bit more afraid or timid to live on the edge a little bit. But that's
I'm gonna be forever young on the edge.
just throwing that out there.
Sun Kiss
But
said parenting is a serious business, and a lot of people bear children without understanding the responsibility and work that it takes to rear and nurture an
well, because
upcoming
everybody
person that will have to operate in society. I agree, Sun Kiss.
because people want to have sex. They want to have sex
Yeah.
irresponsibly and bring life in the world when they're not ready.
Yeah.
You know, so they do this stuff. Oh, here we go. Then they want to leave the baby on the grandparents while they still go out and party and club and make more babies and bring those babies in the house and still don't want to be a mother or a father. It's like, this is ridiculous. And dudes kill me, right? They be on a woman every day, all day, just screwing 7 days a week. They can't get enough of her. Soon as she go, I'm pregnant. How I know it's mine? Are you serious right now, bro?
Right.
You on this woman every day, all day. You got to ask her that question. Now, having said that, Maury was on for 30 years, 35 years. Okay, with these paternity tests, and many times the dude she see because ladies, you cannot go out here and want the dangerous guy, the cool guy, the criminal, whatever, the cute guy. He's dangerous, but he's cute and all this, and have babies with these dudes, knowing they're not worth shit. And then when the baby comes and the guy is not doing right, now you want the nice guy to step in and take care of you and your child. Why can't the nice guy be your first choice to begin with? That I don't understand. And we'll never change that, E. It's been this way forever.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they say nice guys finish last.
Mac just said a mouthful, though. He said power is the greatest revelation of true character.
That's it. Because when you're powerful, you can be an asshole. But if you got that power and you still let your integrity shine through, your moral base, you insist on doing the right thing regardless of the circumstances or the repercussions, that's your true character.
That's how you can see who is who, like how they was brought up. Like, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of people say money change people, power change people. It don't change people who know who they are.
No, right.
A little bit of attention don't change you if you know who you are. I'd rather be in the back in the dark and you don't know what I'm doing because don't watch my moves or my pockets.
The definition of integrity is doing the right thing
when nobody's looking.
Even when nobody's looking.
Mm-hmm.
That's a person with integrity. You know what I mean? So, and there's not a whole lot of that today because people are being bought at various prices to say things and do things, and everybody got a price on their head.
Mm-hmm.
It's like somebody coming to me, say TheeEnicole slept with 10 guys over the weekend. You're like, man, I ain't saying that. I give you 10,000. No, I give you 50,000. Now I'm stuttering. Make it 100,000. You got a deal. All right. So now I'm out here on every podcast. Yeah, me and TheeEnicole been doing these podcasts, but truth be told, she out here hoeing. And like, what the hell, Alex talking
that
about?
Was an example, y'all, because y'all know people don't run with it and get that little clip. Y'all heard what I was saying, y'all TheeEnicole. I knew it.
Yeah, please clarify that.
Where's my damn disclaimer screen? Wait a minute.
Please clarify that.
Let me find it. Hold
on. I can't even give an example no more because
here we go.
Okay.
You know they was waiting for that, Alex.
Nobody gonna pay me $100,000 to say nothing about TheeEnicole. That's not true. I'm not taking the money.
Months when we get where we going.
Yeah, I know, right. Oh my God, that's funny. But you got to put that disclaimer up there because people will take that little clip, that clickbait. They'll run with that. Mm-hmm. Alex said TheeEnicole's a hoe. Click. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And you just gonna keep saying that shit.
Yeah. 'Cause I want them to cut it and clip it, you know. Oh my goodness. But to get back to these heroes, the Shining Star, I'm introducing her now because the best way to introduce your new characters is to bring them through a developing character. Okay, because I got a lot of superheroes in my sketchbooks and things like that. So you release one at a time in various ways. They make guest appearances in the main characters comic book. They get the outline of their powers and abilities, and they go off and do their own comic book kind of thing. Just like we do in the movies with sequels and spin-off characters and spin-off shows of famous TV series and things like that. So it's the same thing with the comic book. You introduce them in one book and they go off and do their own book, you know. But this character has a lot of power. That shield is very cosmic. It's a cosmic shield, a lot of energy. She can form that out of thin air, but that's her shield. So if you know Outlander was to come at her with
is that has any significance to you?
What?
That is 8-sided.
Not really. It just needed to be a shield, something she could use to protect herself. I didn't get into what the octagon means or so forth, but it just formed. It may change shape, okay, because she forms it out of thin air. So it may take many shapes. You know, it just so happens that in this picture, it has the kind of an octagon figure. You know, and the other hand is emanating the heat from the cosmic bolt that she just used to put Outlander on her ass. Okay, so you see the smoke coming from Outlander's chest and face, you know. So she's going to try to let her know, listen, I have powers, you have powers. The gods have sent me here to let you know we have a job to do. So as the characters develop and as the comic books develop, I'll get into what that job is. Okay. But right now, this is the character development, why they are who they are, why they feel the way they feel, where they come from, all these different kind of things. You have to establish that so the audience knows later on why they do what they do in the way that they do it.
Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to Bronze. And Mac, I'm not on you and Alex tonight. I am not on it.
You're not on it?
I'm not on it.
It's the damn shoulder meat TheeEnicole be showing. Got ninjas going crazy.
I'm not on it.
It's
right.
The shoulder meat. It's the shoulder meat. It's the thigh. She put that thigh out there.
You're trying to jump me today. I'm not having it.
And then she wear those blouses that remind me of my favorite city, Cleveland, Ohio.
Wait a minute. What?
Cleveland, Ohio. It's one of my favorite cities. So you wear them blouses that remind me of Cleveland, Ohio.
Not the blouses. Right? I am done.
And she put that stuff out there, and they wonder why the haters are there. So
I just be living my life like it's golden. Just like Outlander. Let me put her up here one more time before we get up out of here. I think that is really, really dope that you took it upon yourself to create something that you saw missing instead of complaining about it. Because, we talk about that a lot. A lot of people, they have a lot of things to say. They have a lot of complaining to do. But ain't nobody really bringing no solutions to the table. So I really admire that you saw something missing and you decided to create it.
Yeah, very solution based. You can complain, but for so long, at some point, you're either gonna, as the old folks would always say, either shit or get off the pot.
Exactly. Thank you, Pisces vibes.
So, and I just had to take that stand because, I wanted to have control over the stories as well as the images.
Yeah,
the backstories.
That's a big thing.
Like
it's a big thing.
Yeah. Absolutely.
We need to start having control of the images and the words and the messages that we receive. And the thing about it is we have to know we have the right to control things.
Right.
You know what I
That's
mean?
right.
Like, I feel like a long time our demographic of people have felt so unworthy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And
We
this
are
is just like,
worthy.
and it's like, you know, the young girls that are coming up, they be like, oh man, that shining star, I want to be like her. Because, you know, you see what Sunkiss saying?
I'm done. I thought she was saying something very profound. And somebody
Sunkiss.
got to the end of the damn sentence.
Sunkiss is something else.
Sunkiss is in the principal's office right now, so she better slow down.
Yeah. But this is for, you know, you have a young daughter. I have daughters. I have granddaughters, and they see these images and go, "I want to be like Shining Star. I want to be like
Exactly.
the mythical Outlander, and so forth." And you can see that very ethnic looking in a lot of ways. You see the dreads on the Shining Star. They're white dreads because she come from the cosmos. So she got that.
Mm-hmm.
She's a young woman, but she got that kind of elderly wisdom and power that she's bringing to the mythical Outlander. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So it's a lot of deep messages behind what I do. It's not, it's fantasy, but then again, it's not.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I'm sorry, I'm in the comments because y'all got me messed
I
up on
see.
this Monday.
Yes.
I swear y'all do.
you know, Sun Kids, you know, Pisces vibe is up in there. You know, Mac is up in the place. You know, so yeah,
Y'all is trying to be.
the famous thigh meat, yeah, and the Mary J. Blige hat. That's right.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
done.
Mm-hmm. Don't be done. You be all right.
But let me tell y'all, if y'all need a little more dosage of Alex and Matt, because they on a motherfucking roll right now, I'm gonna need y'all to hit that link because they about to actually have cigar chats with Mac over there. And Mac is a really cool, dope vibe. So make sure that y'all go check Alex over there because I keep telling y'all to subscribe to him, Magnetic Repellent. The link is in the description because he don't just do shows over here, y'all. He has his own content. And then, we're learning that above his content, he actually has these comics because he's a full-fledged author,
Yeah.
whether it comes to comics and screen too. So
Yeah, I'm a filmmaker as well. So
yeah.
absolutely. But I want to thank you, E, before we get out of here. I want to thank TheeEnicole for the opportunity to discuss, you know, these superheroes and the images that are important to our youth, to show
Mm-hmm.
that we can be powerful, that we can also be feminine, because those women are powerful, but they're feminine. You know, they look shapely, they're attractive. You know, you got the flowing hair, just like your hair, E. You know, that's your hair. You know, wigs on. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So we can have all of that and still be feminine. We don't have to be strong and hard and all that kind of stuff. So I thank you for the
Alex channel
opportunity.
is named Magnetic Repellent, y'all. The link is in the description to his YouTube page as well.
Yeah,
Magnetic
yeah,
Repellent.
yeah. And don't forget, everybody, the Etsy store, of course, is in the description. Sunkissed had asked earlier, how can she get the comic book? It's in the Etsy store. It's a digital download. So go to Etsy store, Ways of the World. Ways with a Z, WAZ of the world. And it's $12.95. It's a digital download. So there's nothing to be mailed to your house. You don't have to wait for the
Did
postman
you
or
just
nothing
say
else.
12,000?
I said no, I said $12.
I thought you said
$12.95.
12,000.
If I did, that's a
12,096 cents.
if I said that as a misquote, I want to hear it in the playback.
I'm like, wait a minute now.
$12.95 digital
Yes, that's
download.
very reasonable.
Yes, very reasonable. Yes, and it's the first book. It's a collector's edition. So please go over there and get that.
Yes, support, support, support. And he doesn't just have the comic over there. He also has blankets, mugs. What else you got
T-shirts and
over there?
hoodies. T-shirts,
Yeah.
hoodies. With all my characters on it. T-shirts, hoodies, welcome mats, aprons. It's a lot of merch over there. So feel free to go over there and shop. The holidays, for those of you that do the holidays are coming up. You can order, and so you order now so you can ensure on-time delivery or early delivery.
Mm-hmm. So, Alex, I just want to thank you for taking time to open up your, your gifts and talents with the people. I'm big on support, so this is our platform, and we have to support and push each other publicly and privately. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people, like I said, they talk that talk, but they don't really walk that walk. So,
yeah, I appreciate you as well. And Mac, I'm heading your way, brother. Everybody, all of us, go over to Mactastic TV after this, 8:15 Eastern Standard Time. Me and Mac chopping it up. Let's do it.
Yeah, so that's why we're leaving right now. So y'all can go refill your cups, refill your snacks, your blunts, whatever you got. Because, it's cigar chips over there. So
I knew that was coming. I knew it.
I was just saying, get in the spirit, because it's the cigar lounge, y'all. So the whole vibe about to get real grown man-ish over there, y'all. So make sure that y'all go tune in to my guy Mac and my guy Alex. I think it's going to be a dope conversation, because I saw the teasers, so I can't wait to see what you guys got into. And also, I was invited to the cigar lounge, and my interview is coming up soon too. So make sure that y'all not only subscribe to Mactastic TV, but that y'all also put y'all notification on, so y'all can see all the dope people that Mac brings on, because he talks to a lot of dope people as well. So
absolutely.
We will see y'all next Monday, same time, same place, on Old School versus New School. And please, on your way out, hit that like button. We out of here. Welcome to my galaxy. Welcome to my galaxy. This is TheeEnicole. You can always call me E, but don't never call me Nicole. Your presence is appreciated. Please be sure to hit that like button and that subscribe. It's always a vibe. In my galaxy.
Hey, it's Shawn Dufresne from Ready to Love, and you are watching my girl, TheeEnicole.
Tasha Lyons telling you to tune into TheeEnicole.
This is Samson from Ready to Love, and you're tuned into TheeEnicole.
It's Winter from Love Marriage DC, and you're tuned in to TheeEnicole.
Make sure you guys subscribe to TheeEnicole. She is amazing. Click that button, subscribe, and you are going to enjoy all the information that she's going to share.
So come on over and tune in.